Pew, 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 pew. Emily Rentz coming at you live from Daniel and Denise's bathroom. Specifically the tub. I'm just standing in the tub because the lighting is remarkable. It really is. Anyway, happy Father's Day to my foot rubbing, cat loving, Amazon Prime shipping, shoe buying, bacon loving, documentary watching, Flintstone flapping, house flipping, nail clipping in the living room, shed building, food lion, ice cream eating, soccer coaching, church appropriate shoe wearing, computer wizard, YouTube certified mechanic, and silver haired father and grandfather. What a guy. What a guy.
Hey Prickly Pear, happy Father's Day. One of my favorite memories is when you forced me to order for the first time at Dairy Queen after a soccer game. Oh my gosh.
Open your mouth.
Ah! What is that?
That's the animal that you
sloth?
are. It's a dog.
I can't tell. It's a dog?
So, the story that I have for you today is of one time in elementary school. I was sick, and then you left me a can of Crush soda, the Fanta orange soda stuff, and on it was a sticky note, and on that sticky note you said I was your favorite, and everybody knows I'm still your favorite.
Wrong.
That is absolutely
wrong.
Proved over and over again.
Wrong.
But yeah, appreciate it. Really great drink. It was fantastic. Delicious.
Spencer, hey, what's your favorite memory of Grandpa? Oh.
I think one of my favorite things about Dad is that he totally fits with that classic, the dad with the family pet that he said he didn't want. I have video evidence. If that massive, cat tree that you bought isn't enough proof for you that is what you are. I remember when we had that stray cat, Reese, on our front porch, and you bought her a heated cat house. It wasn't even your cat, it was a stray cat.
Yeah. Wow. You are so excited. Woo! Oh gosh. Yeah. Yeah.
Your obituary. It's going to be a few pages. You do a lot. You have a lot of talents. You're like, perhaps today I will build a play set. And then you just do it. You put your mind to it and you do it. You said, perhaps I will. What? Anyway, I have a memory to share with you for Father's Day. One of my favorite memories. Oh my goodness, this is so funny.
I remember when we got the deep fryer, and then the next several months of experiments of can we deep fry, fill in the blank. That was fun.
Hey, Dad. Happy Father's Day. Alyssa's gotten into making videos lately, and so that reminded me about when you started getting into making videos. I don't know if you remember, but there was I think it was a rodeo that we went to as a family, and there was a mechanical bull that they had available for everybody to ride, and you put together a video of all the kids because everybody got a turn, and I did pretty badly. And I remember you edited in a time stop, a freeze frame of my like grimace after I got off, and with a little ding on the timer, and it was like what, 2 seconds? I can't remember. It was a bad time. So that was pretty funny.
Which freckles are you?
What's so funny?
I'll send it.
Why are you so concerned, Brenda?
Well, Dad, some of my favorite memories of you are going to those concerts in downtown Raleigh every other weekend during the summers. I thought it was fun that you'd always let me invite a friend to go with me, and we'd go to Burger King beforehand. I also think it's cool that every year for my birthday, that instead of giving me like a thing, that you bought me tickets to go see a concert somewhere. Those are some of my favorite experiences from my youth.
I think you and Mom try to say that I like kind of tricked you guys into getting a cat, but honestly, you didn't make it very hard. I think you were on board with it and you just wanted to seem like you weren't.
Once. I was at a game and you were the coach, and I was standing there hoping to not get stung by the millions of bees that were there. And I was standing still and not moving, and then you told me to move to put me into position, and then what happened was that there was a bee on my arm, and you grabbed my arm, and then it hit both me and you, and so we both got stung by the same bee. And I had never been stung by a bee before. I have never been stung by a bee before, except for that one time. So thank you, Dad. Thank you. Great memories.
Once upon a time, my dad was watching what was it, Caesar Malone, the dog whisperer. And Caesar Malone has this tactic that he does with the dogs, and when they're barking, he'll like grab them, he'll do this and go ksh, 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 and they'll stop and they'll just look at him. And so I'm watching my dad watching this, okay? So I know that he knows about, the claw, okay? One day we were sitting on the couch. We're just having a conversation. Me, specifically, I'm talking at this point in the conversation, and his hand just comes out of nowhere. And I just look at him like, what the? He was trying to get me to shut up with the Caesar Malone tactic. That was probably one of the funniest things he's ever done.
Yeah, I remember after you watched Caesar Milan videos that you were walking through the kitchen and you went "Shh" at Mom, and she was like, "Are you trying to Caesar Milan dog train me?" That was funny.
I also was remembering the other day as I was trying to teach someone how to play a game. I remembered playing, I think it was Diablo 2, back when it came out. And I remember, I think I was trying to play the Barbarian, and I really wanted to use a bow and arrow because I thought bows and arrows were really cool. And you were trying to teach me that that wasn't effective because the Barbarian is a big strong guy who goes up and smashes people in the face. But I think inevitably what happened is that I just continued to play badly and you just had to pick up the slack, and that was pretty funny.
I think you always had pretty fun activities growing up. Like that one time where you bought a bunch of different types of cereal from the store, and then we rolled dice, and then each cereal box had like a number assigned, and you had to mix the numbers that you rolled together and eat it. Like, who thinks of that? Apparently you do. But that was a fun activity. I think another one of my favorite things about you, though, is how kind of scary looking you look, because you're like, you know, you're a big dude. You're pretty tall and scary looking, but you're such a softie. You're such a teddy bear, and it makes me laugh. I like that.
Daniel and I were talking too about how you used to invite us to those LAN parties back in the day when you had to like connect computers in order to play, and we'd go to your work and play with like a bunch of, you know, like 30, 40-year-old men play Call of Duty as like 10 and 11-year-old whatever kids. I just think it was cool that, you know, as an adult man, you brought your little kids to come play video games with all of your work friends. It's kind of awesome.
Anyway, yeah. Just going to Dairy Queen or Pelicans and just after practice or soccer game, whatever. It was fun just hanging out and sitting in the car and listening to music. Yeah.
I also looked through some old pictures and remembered the other day about I remembered family band and how every year at church there was a talent show for the ward, and you would always put in the effort to get us to learn a song to play.
And then, of course, more recent memories, the first time that you saw Spencer, and that was like the sweetest ever. Your grandpa loves you, huh? You know that, huh?
So, yeah, a little bit of reminiscing. Happy Father's Day. I love you.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day!
Just wanted to wish you a happy Father's Day. Love you, boo.
Happy Father's Day.
Happy Father's Day. Love you.
I think she said it.
Well, yeah. All right, well, would you like to wrap that up?
Happy Father's Day, Grandpa.